Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Ladies and gentlemen, on my channel, I'm always telling you guys, live an active lifestyle, make smart nutritional choices. And I've talked to you guys many times on this channel about alcohol, all right, about drinking. And one of my subscribers asked me to elaborate or explain the reason why I stopped drinking alcohol altogether. And I'm really sorry, man. I thought I screenshot the comment. I would love to shout your name out, so forgive me. I couldn't find the comment. I wanted to let the person know personally that I was responding to them in this video. But you know who you are. You asked me to explain why I don't drink alcohol anymore. And I've told you guys in the past in this channel that I stopped drinking alcohol about, I don't know, maybe 8 or 9 years ago, I want to say, was the last time that I had a drink of alcohol. I mean, anything, guys. Beer, wine, champagne, any of that stuff. I haven't had a drop of any of that stuff in 8 or 9 years. And I don't say that to try to say that I'm better than people or to make myself look good or any of this stuff. The reason why I stopped drinking alcohol was quite simply, guys, I did not like the way that I felt in the morning. So if I went out to the bar, let's say, and I went to go watch a football game with my friends, and we went out, you know, and had a couple of beers or whatever, I didn't like the way I felt in the morning. I would always feel dehydrated. I didn't feel like the best version of myself. I didn't feel good. I didn't like it. So that was really the main reason why I stopped drinking alcohol. But also along those same lines, my wife does not drink alcohol either. And my wife stopped drinking alcohol probably 13 years ago when my daughter was born, right? So she was breastfeeding, so she couldn't drink any alcohol during that time period. And she stopped drinking altogether, obviously. So when she stopped drinking, a couple of years after that, I stopped drinking also because it just wasn't something that I did regularly. So let's let that understand. I want you guys to understand that off the jump. I was never a quote unquote drinker. I was never a drinker. I was never a heavy drinker. I would what you could consider a lightweight. I would go out 3-4 beers and I would be wrecked, guys. I would be completely, you know, drunk just off of that kind of, those amount of beers, not that much, guys. So I was never really a drinker. So this was never like I had a drinking problem or I was a heavy drinker and I just stopped cold turkey like that. That was never the case, ladies and gentlemen. I was never really a drinker. Once again, this goes back to my upbringing. To this day, my mother's almost 70 years old. I've never seen my mother drink a drop of alcohol, guys. Not one drop of alcohol. I've been to weddings with my parents, with my family. Never seen my mother have a drop of alcohol. Not champagne, not wine, not even a wine cooler, a beer, nothing, guys. Once again, this is not my mother being better than anybody else or me saying or bragging about my mother not drinking. But what I'm trying to tell you is, once again, what? You can influence your children, ladies and gentlemen, right? Similar to people who smoke. How many times do you see kids smoke because their parents smoked? How many times do you see children become alcoholics or heavy drinkers because their parents were drinkers? Even my father, yes, my father drinks beer. He drinks alcohol, liquor. But once again, my father's not a heavy drinker. He's not what you would consider someone who has a drinking problem, because this is something very serious, ladies and gentlemen. Alcohol is very dangerous. A lot of people don't realize that your addiction to alcohol is really the only addiction that you can die from the withdrawals from, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. You can die from alcohol withdrawal. And a lot of people don't realize this. And this is why alcoholism is such a serious problem for a lot of people. It's not easy to stop. But once again, I go back to my parents. They're not heavy drinkers. I told you, I've never even seen my mother drink. My mother was raised all Catholic school her entire life. She went to Catholic school from the minute she was a little girl all the way to college. She went to Catholic school. My mother had a very strict upbringing. So in turn, I told you guys what? I got my ass whipped a lot when I was a kid, man. I had a lot of responsibilities as the oldest son of my parents or whatever. And my mother's Catholic background, her being a fiery Italian woman, it made it very difficult for me sometimes. And once again, my father held me to a very high standard that sometimes didn't seem fair to me. But at the same time, my parents never smoked. And like I said, they were not big drinkers. They didn't keep a bunch of alcohol in the house all over the place. And like I said, I've never even seen my mother drink. So now we go back to me all these years later. I was never really what you would consider a drinker or someone who enjoyed to drink. I drank for the social aspect of it. Like I said, maybe I went to the bar to watch the football games on a Sunday after work. Then I would hang out with the fellas and have a couple of beers. Now, that doesn't seem like a big deal, but there are a lot of people that do this every single day. They drink beer, alcohol every single day. Whether you're addicted or not, you may not realize it, and it might be irrelevant to that. But the facts remain, guys. Alcohol does nothing for you, right? Nothing for you. So really, I ask the people out there, what are you drinking alcohol for? It literally does nothing for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, think about that. People will often hear people say, oh, one drink a day won't hurt you, or one drink is good for you. That's BS, ladies and gentlemen. There is no amount of alcohol that's good for the human body. Remember that. That would be like me telling you to smoke one cigarette a day. It's not that bad for you. It's actually good for you. No, ladies and gentlemen, there is no amount of alcohol that's good for you. All right? Zero nutritional value in alcohol. So once again, what's the benefit of me drinking alcohol? There's no benefit to it. I was literally only drinking it for the buzz, for the social aspect of it. There are people out there that are social smokers. They only smoke cigarettes when they're out socially. Does that make any sense to you? It makes no sense to me, ladies and gentlemen. So once again, I'm not telling people to quit drinking altogether, or that I'm better than you because I don't drink alcohol, or any of those kinds of things. I've always told people what? You don't have to be perfect. It's about the consistency. So if you're consistently drinking alcohol, this is not good, ladies and gentlemen. So try to cut it down to minimum. And if you don't need to drink alcohol at all, then why would you drink it? There's no need for the alcohol, ladies and gentlemen. So to the subscriber out there that asked me that question, why I stopped drinking, the main reason is I did not like the way that I felt. Do you like the way you feel in the morning, ladies and gentlemen? You've heard of people with the hangovers and things of that nature. And there are some people that drink so regularly that these kinds of things don't affect them because they're used to this. Their body is adapted to this. But at the same time, those same people don't realize that they're killing themselves inside. You're destroying your liver. You're destroying parts of your body. You're destroying your brain cells. All of these things. Also, let's be honest here, man. Alcohol causes a lot of problems, guys. People are drinking and driving out there. So not only are you putting yourself at risk, you're putting people around you at risk. So that goes back to what I talk about on this channel, right? Having integrity and things of that nature, standing on values. Do you want to be someone responsible for drinking and driving and maybe killing another family or killing someone else, guys? And I'm going to tell you guys a quick story because this is what I do on this channel. So when I was in the military, guys, I was in the Navy. You guys know that. When I was in the military, man, a lot of people were telling me, oh, you're going to become a heavy drinker in the military because a lot of people in the Navy drink. It's a big thing for the Navy, guys, to go out and get drunk in these other countries. And yes, I went out into these other countries when I was 19, 20, 21, 22 years old, and I was drinking alcohol. Once again, I was never a heavy drinker. But I remember when we were back in Virginia, my home port of my ship was in Norfolk, Virginia, right? That's where I was stationed. And there was a guy on my ship. He was a young guy. He was like 21 years old, 22 years old, wherever he was. And I knew him for a short time. He wasn't on my ship that long. But I remember one morning I came back to work, came back to the ship, and there was all this commotion going on at the ship, man. And I was wondering what was going on. And what ended up happening was this guy, he was out one night out in town, drinking and driving. And you know what happened, man? He ended up killing himself, but not just that, guys. He killed an entire family, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. This guy killed an entire family drunk driving. So once again, I asked the people out there, what's the benefit of drinking? There is no health benefits to drinking. And what's the social benefit to drinking? A lot of times people need alcohol to talk to women, let's say, for example, or they need alcohol to feel like a better version of themselves, or so they think. But you don't need that, ladies and gentlemen. This guy, not only did he kill himself, but he killed a whole family that had nothing to do with what he was doing, that didn't even know him. And once again, he puts people around him at risk. So these are the kinds of things that we must think about, ladies and gentlemen, the responsibility that we have if we're going to drink alcohol to that degree. Do not drink and drive, ladies and gentlemen, all right? This is not a PSA or any of those kinds of things. This is common sense stuff that everyone should know. But unfortunately, many people die every single year in this world from drunk driving accidents. And oftentimes, the people who die in these accidents had nothing to do with the person that was drinking. They're just innocent bystanders, so to speak. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, I stopped drinking alcohol a long time ago because I did not like the feeling that came over me in the morning. If you're into health and fitness, if you're all about living the active lifestyle, making smart nutritional choices, then there is absolutely no reason for you to be drinking alcohol at all. Because once again, it does literally nothing for you. Zero nutritional aspect to alcohol, ladies and gentlemen. It's actually poison. You're actually putting poison inside of your body. So if you think of it that way, then why would you want to drink? And like I said, I'm not telling people that you don't have to drink and stop drinking and any of those kinds of things, but just think about it that way. And that might make you change your mind towards the alcohol. Now, listen, I know it's hard for a lot of people out there, guys. People are addicted to alcohol. You know, sometimes people have to go get help for these things. If you feel like that's an issue for you, then maybe you need to go get some help. Maybe you need to talk to somebody, you know, things of that nature. Guys, this is very serious. I don't take this stuff lightly. And once again, I'm not better than you or anyone else out there because I decided not to drink. Okay, remember that. This is not about me being better or me trying to talk down to people or say, hey man, you don't drink alcohol, blah, blah, blah. I want people to realize there's nothing good about alcohol, ladies and gentlemen, literally nothing. And once you live that active lifestyle and you're making those small nutritional choices, you'll understand that, ladies and gentlemen, and you will not want that feeling you have in the morning. How many times have you gone out drinking and the next morning you feel like crap? You feel like garbage. For me, that was every single time. It didn't matter how little I drank, how much I drank. I did not like that feeling. So I stopped altogether. Remember on this channel, I've told you guys what? To pay attention to your body, what the signs that your body's giving you. It will let you know. And oftentimes people ignore these signs. Don't ignore the signs that your body's giving you, ladies and gentlemen. There's a reason why your body is telling you these things, all right? So to that subscriber that asked me that question, I hope this answered your question. And once again, I've told you guys, it's hard. I know it is. It's not easy out there for a lot of people to stop drinking. They do it for the social aspect. Maybe they really enjoy drinking. Some people like the taste of alcohol. I could not stand the taste of beer. To me, beer tastes like piss, guys. It was almost like I was forcing myself to drink the beer just for the social aspect of it. Just to be at the bar drinking with the fellas. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, sometimes maybe you felt like talking to the ladies is a little bit easier when you get a little bit loose, right? So I get all of that stuff, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm telling you right now, if you stop drinking the alcohol, you'll feel a lot better, ladies and gentlemen, and your body will thank you for this. Remember, if you see people out there in the world that look like hell, more than likely, they're smoking cigarettes a lot or they're drinking alcohol a lot, guys. It will aid you big time. There's nothing good about alcohol, ladies and gentlemen. So remember, think about getting out there and bettering yourself.